Good morning, class. Okay, please stand for our prayer. Jubian, kindly lead the prayer. Okay, before you settle down, kindly arrange your chairs and also pick up the pieces of paper under your chair. Okay, thank you. You may now settle down. And now, I will be checking your attendance. Boys, count off, followed by the girls. Okay, very good. And now, I want you to pass your assignments. Okay, thank you. Okay, before we proceed to our new discussion, who can give me a short recap of what we have discussed yesterday? Okay, yes, Mikey. Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, class, I have some pictures for you. All you have to do is tell me what you observe in each pictures. Okay, yes, Miss Eduardo. Okay, very good. How about you, Miss Matabaran? Wow, very good. Thank you. Our topic today is all about constructivism or the philosophies of education. So, the constructivism is one of the philosophies of education. Can you read the definition of the constructivism? Okay, very good. So, constructivism, it aims to develop motivated, independent learners who can think critically and solve problems. So, in a constructivism, the student learn to solve their own problems in a way that they use their critical thinking and skills. It also equips students with the skills to construct their own knowledge rather than just absorb facts. So, from the critical thinking that they use is they can gain own knowledge. So also, constructivism is the construct their own knowledge, meaning through active experiences and interaction. For example, on that one is tasks that the teacher given to the students. Also, in constructivism, is the teacher is the facilitator of learning, not the dispenser of the knowledge. So, the teacher gives student an task on their own so that they can use their critical thinking. Okay, so the example of constructivism is, as a teacher, you are giving your students an hands-on activities where you let your students explore and conduct their own understanding and learning. So that's called the constructivism. So why teach constructivism? So why not teaching constructivism? Okay, by teaching the constructivism is to help students become more critical thinkers and independent learners. So from the word understanding and independent one and the critical thinking is you let your student learn by their own. You let them to be independent. You let them to learn by solving their own problems and adapt to new situations. So, the next one is what to teach. So, what to teach about the constructivism? So, teach learning skills and process, not just content. You are not just focused on one aspect, but in whole. So, for example, on that is when you are teaching literature, you are not just focusing on the plot, but also the themes, the settings, and other aspect of the short story or in our literature. So that is what to teach. You are teaching the whole aspect, not just only one, but everything. And then how to teach. So how you teach? You can use projects, experiments, discussion, and real-life tasks that they can use their critical thinking in a way that they learn. They more gain knowledge. For example, on that is you are giving them solvings or puzzle that they only use their critical thinking. So that is how to teach. You let them learn. You are just guiding them.
Topic is about knowledge. So knowledge is a thing that can be simplified, deposited by the teachers into the minds of the learners. Rather, ang knowledge is constructed by learners through an active mental process of development. Ang learners, ang builders, and creators silang own knowledge. Igo lang mo facilitate ang teachers, igo lang sila mo guide. Next is essentialism. Why teach? This philosophy contends that teachers teach all learners to acquire basic knowledge, skills, and value. Teachers teach not to dictatorship society, rather, magtudlo ang teacher aron makahibaw ang students what is right and wrong. What to teach? Essentialist programs are academically rigorous. The emphasis in academic content for students to learn the basic skills or fundamental as reading, writing, arithmetic, and right conduct. Modo siya is mga essential para mag-prepare ang students into adult life. The essentialist curriculum includes the traditional disciplines like such as math, natural science, history, foreign language, and literature.
Good day everyone, so this is the continuation from the previous demonstrator. I will tackle the essentialism how to teach. So, teachers should know a lot and be a good role models. They are seen as fountain of information and a paragon of virtue. So, students need to learn the most important subjects. To do this, school might have longer days and more school time. And teachers are like the main source of knowledge. They teach students important subject by following strict rules and using more time for learning. Then, teaching is all about getting facts into students' heads through repetition and rules. It's more about memory than creativity. So, next, the progressivism. So, why teach progressivism? Teachers want students to become smart and helpful members of society. They focus on helping students enjoy learning now, not just getting ready for the future. And teaching helps students enjoy life now and be part of a better world, not just prepare for jobs or adulthood. And next is what to teach in progressivism. Teacher chose lessons that match real life needs and what students care about. Then students learn things that are useful in real life. Lessons are based on what students need and like. So,
how to teach progressivism? Progressivist teachers employ experimental methods. So, according to John Dewey, book learning is no substitute for actual experience. Hindi kailangan na ang lahat ng ituturo mo ay galing sa libro. Kailangan ang ituturo mo ay ini-apply din sa mga estudyante. Yun ang tinatawag na one learn by doing. So, teach them the theory at the same time ask them to apply the theory. It's more about application. So, kailangan silang bigyan ng problem-solving method. Give them the problem that are existing in the society and give them the opportunity to think and process the possible solution of that problem. Kaya, sabi ng progressivist, there is a need of hands-on, minds-on, and hearts-on in every activity and in teaching the methodology to expose to the real issue and the societal issue in the societal problem. That is why they use field trip to explore, and they use provoking games, and they use puzzle for them to solve the problem. And that's all. as a continuation of the topic what to teach in progressivism under the philosophy of education. Progressivists accept the impermanence of life. So, nothing is impossible. Everything else changes. Change is the only thing that does not change. That is why teachers are concerned with teaching the learners the skills and how to cope the change. That's the focus instead of occupying themselves in teaching the fact or a bit of informations that are true today but become absolute tomorrow. They would rather focus their teaching on the skills that they need every day, especially in solving problems that are already existing nowadays. So, the subject that are emphasized in progressivist curriculum is the natural science and the social science, and the teacher as well expose students to many scientific, technological, and change are fundamental.
Now, let's proceed to perennialism. What is perennialism? It's a philosophy of education rooted in the idea of education should focus on ensuring ideas and universal truths. It emphasizes the development of rational thought and moral characteristic by engaging students in great works of literature, philosophy, and science. Science that have stood the test of time. Why to teach? We are all rational animals. Schools should therefore develop the students' rational and moral powers. According to Aristotle, if we neglect the students' reasoning skills, we deprive them of the ability to use their higher faculties to control their passion and appetites. It means humans are unique in their ability to reason. The highest human faculties rather than focus only one practical or vocal skills and primary goal which helps students govern their abilities to learn. Abilities primary goal which helps students govern their desire with reason. According to Aristotle, if we fail to train students' reasoning ability, we leave them are vulnerable to being controlled by her emotions and impulses. We believe that rational souls should govern the lower parts of human nature like desire and instinct. So now let's proceed to what to teach. The perennialist curriculum is a universal one on the view that all human beings possess the same essential nature that heavily on the humanities on general education. It is not a specialist but rather a general one. The curriculum focuses heavily on the humanities including literature, philosophy, history, and moral reasoning. According to Martin, Greek books support this by emphasizing the classical text contains essential truths about human nature and society that every educated person should understand. Now, let's proceed to how to teach. The Perennialist classrooms are centered around teachers. The teachers don't allow students, mentors, or experiences to substantially dictate what they teach. In a perennialist classroom, teachers lead the instruction and act as authoritative guides. The student-centered approach is minimized and instead the focus is on developing discipline and rational minds. One key method is the Socratic method to encourage critical thinking and dialogue rather than rote memorization.
So, did you understand our discussion today? Okay, very good class. So now we have a group activity. And I will group you into 4 groups, and each of group will perform a role play depicting the 4 philosophies of education. Very good. So, okay, all of the group performed very good. So now, let's proceed to the assessment. So get one fourth sheet of paper and answer this in your seat quietly. Okay, very good. Most of you got the passing score. So now, for your assignment, answer the question on page 185 to 187. Pass this tomorrow. Did you understand? Okay, very good. Please stand up, and that's all for today, class. Thank you and goodbye.